Hello. So today we are going to see how to configure Google BigQuery in Metadex. The agenda will be to first create a GBQ project and assign the roles for the project. Then the second will be to create a connection registry where we will create database, host, and set some of the properties required for GBQ scan. Then third will be to create an actual configuration where we will set database object reader properties, enterprise data catalog writer, etc. And at the last, we will run the scanner job and see what are the jobs which will be running in the Metadex side and also on the EDC dashboard. So now we will first log into the Metadex side. Here we will first create a GBQ project. I've created a sample project for this demonstration. So in order to create a project, first we will click on these three dots and select create project and give any project name. For example, for this time I am giving XYZ and we will save it. As you can see, we are not getting the options to create the scanner. So this is due to the invalid or insufficient privileges for this project. So for this, we will go into the administration tab and under the user admin, we will click on edit rules. And as you can see over here, the XYZ project doesn't have the necessary permissions or privileges. So we will add the project and give it the whole sufficient privileges and save it. Now we will go under the projects, and as you can see, we are now able to create the configuration. Now we have to do connection registry for GBQ. So in order to do that, we have to go under the administration tab and click on connection registry. Here we will first create a GBQ host. We can create an additional host by clicking on add host and adding the host name. Then we will go inside that host and create a DB entry. Same like a host, we will click on add entry and create the database. I've created a sample database for this demonstration. So we'll go under that. And as you can see, there are some of the configurations and properties which needs to be set up for this GBQ. So we will go through those properties. First, the database will be having the configuration side. So for the repository type, we will select as JDBC. Vendor will be BigQuery. We can select from the different options. So we click on BigQuery, and under the URL, we will give the desired URL, which needs to be set to connect to the GBQ side. Then there are some properties which we need to be set up. So these are like the connection property .auth service account email, then the project ID, then the key path which will be like the GBQ JSON path, which will be having all the credentials and all the necessary information in order to connect to the GBQ, and the OAuth type will be 0. So now, if you can see, there's one path: root Informatica EDC Home Advanced Scanners Workspace and GBQ key.json. So for this, we will go under the file management and click on this path. And as you can see over here, there's one file which is the JSON file. As you can see, this has all the credentials needed for the GBQ. I'll click on edit and show you what is in the format. So first will be the type, then will be the project ID, then will be the private key ID, then it will be having the private key, which will be starting from begin private key to end of private key. Then the email, the client ID, the auth URI, token URI, the certification auth provider, and the URL. So all these information needs to be present in order to connect to the GBQ. Now we will go under the GBQ host DB database and we will test the entry. It will take some time. And as you can see over here, it's like a success. And we have already provided the GBQ driver from the EBS. So now we will go under the projects and we are good to go and create the configuration. So for this, we will click on create configuration and then Metadex. And this page will be opening. So for this, I'm using this default configuration. So as you can see, we can give the configuration file name. And in the conversion path, we have to select Advanced Database Objects to EDC. Under that, under the Database Object Reader, we can select multiple read from options where we can select views, extra tables, stored procedures, materialized views, triggers, tasks, pipes, database assets, etc. Also to note one thing, type definition and table value functions are not implemented for GBQ side. So they won't work when you select them. So now we will go and see the next parameter, which will be the object include filters. So here we will add the host dot database dot star. So star will collect everything which will be in the connection registry side. So these are the basic things which we need to be set up. All the other things will be set up as per your needs. So you can see and set all the things up, and you can at the last you have to set the EDC writer mode, which will be load using REST API. So this option will run the EDC job in order to publish and set the assets on the EDC side. The output directory, we can create similar GBQ folder under the Advanced Scanner Workspace / project. Then the EDC address and EDC user, these are already set in your Metadex side. So it will automatically populate here. And last will be the EDC resource name, which you can give. For example, here I have given sample Metadex GBQ resource. So whatever the job will be run in the EDC side, that particular job will, that particular scanner will be created by this name. So now when we run the job, it will run the Metadex job. And as you can see, I have already run this job. And inside that, if we go under the log analysis and output, we can see what all the jobs or like what the process or like the configuration was set up, that jobs will be running over here. And after that, at the end, as you can see over here, there's staging task, then there will be resolve task, and also the publish task will be, which will be like running on the EDC side. And also here you can see what are the all the generated objects which are generated from the run. So as you can see, there are some of the GBQ tasks which will be there. And under EDC LDM admin, we can see this is this scanner which is created, sample Metadex GBQ resource. And this will be the Metadex scanner. And as you can see, we can't do anything over here since it's a Metadex setup. And under the monitoring tab, you can see what all tasks were run after the Metadex run was submitted. So as you can see, data load is there. After then staging, then resolve, and then publish of tasks. So that's how we set up GBQ scanner in the Metadex side. We would love to hear from you. You can reach out at supportvideos@informatica.com or at our Twitter handle infra support. Thank you.